Hey. Hey, Susan. You know what, Susan? It's late. I normally don't do this either. But now I'm just moving how ever my body moves. So if you do have to go to sleep, please do go to sleep. Get some rest and catch me in the morning. Hopefully it should be calm enough that I can hold it down if I have to by myself. But yeah, that light is shining so weird on the wall, but that's the light on the wall, as you were saying. But in the back, it kind of looks like a glare from my view. Hold on. See, you don't know the lighting somewhere else, but it's a lot of light, but it's just the way it's on the wall. But no, I just came in to see how everybody was doing. Catch up on everybody because I know it's the same both ways. So it's like just how you are like, oh, I haven't seen you and I got used to that and I haven't had any time to see you. I haven't seen you guys like that, where we come in here and just give a good energy to each other. You know, a safe place, a fun place. Like when you were young and you would go and, hey, Sly. Those just popped up together. Hey, Gone John. Hey, Sly. But remember when you were young and no matter what was going on, everybody's home was different. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it was abusive or anything, but it was just this safe place when you got to around your friends, when you got to school, when you got on the playground. It's just something about it. It was something about it. You looked forward to it. Even the food. And I went to public school. You know, you just look forward to it. It was just something, and there's joy in it. And I get that with you all. And I always know that's a safe place because that's when you still had your innocence. When you thought the world was perfect and every adult was good just because you were a child. But yeah, so I said, let me come on here and get some good energy from my people. But y'all already know, because you know how these eyes work, that I'm going to have to pull it up on my phone and read the comments. Uh-oh. What time is going on? I didn't want to be late. I saw Susan saying she might fall asleep. I said, I'm coming on 3 minutes early. Oh, no, I can't leave my Susie alone. I'm sorry, I was getting a text from my son. I told you they don't wait to text you or anything till I get on the phone. Told you I was like we on the phone with each other. I had to call my good friend, my good Judy, my good homie, my good, brother, my sister. I had to call him and tell him what was going on with me. And that's what y'all are like to me. Like, I don't care what road we went down, we ended up here together. So it doesn't matter where, what site or wherever we were that we might have saw each other first. But we ended up here together. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. I appreciate y'all so much. And I even, in my absence, I'm like, I miss you guys. I see y'all somewhere else and it's good to see you. It's like riding past and seeing somebody when you drove past the neighborhood. But when we coming here, we on that phone, or we at a sleepover, or we are kicking the bobo, or we having lunch together, or we having a tear together, a laugh together, some uncopyrighted music together, Don't judge. Let me get these comments. I want to see I want to know what you're saying. I want to know. Let's see. Let me find out. And I want to make sure I say hey to everybody too. Hey, Dana. Hey, my Sly again. Hey, sassy nerd girl. Sassy nerd girl, you done changed your name on me? I love it. I love it. Hey, John. Again, I want to make sure I said hey to everybody. So if I repeated, it was just to say hey again. But yeah, so I wanted to come in and see how you guys were doing. See how everybody is in spite of. We come on here, that's one of the things we also got in common with each other. The YouTube world. So I was like, oh my goodness. Did you see what happened on 52nd Avenue? I know y'all know what's going on over on the south side of YouTube. Did y'all hear about them new buildings they put up over there on the north side of YouTube? So in spite of all that, how's everybody doing? Gotta know. I kid you not. I tried. I was sitting there. I was playing the game and enjoying myself, having a great time, gaming it up and listening to Terry Lynn last night. Then I passed out, and I know for a fact I went to sleep about 4 something in the morning, almost 5. I know it. I know because I ended up on the live at 3 something, so I know it was about 5. I woke up and it was like just ended 2 minutes ago. I'm like, it's like 10:30. So I gotta catch up on the rest. I gotta catch up on the rest. You know, you know. But yeah, I saw a lot of. There was a lot last night going on. Just a lot going on all over the streets. All over the streets. But you know, that's how it is. I mean, things gonna happen. People gonna get into it. You know. But yeah, that's all I can say. And people are gonna defend what they have to. That's what they're gonna do. That's how I figure it out. But over here, we chit chat about it. We laugh. We kick it. We see how each other are doing. We love on each other. That's one of the best parts. We take a break from it. So this is like where you come had a picnic. So it's like a high school reunion too, because all the people from all the high schools all over YouTube. You know, the high schools where you're 40 and something over. And occasionally you're in your 20s in there. But yeah, this way you can come have a reunion. But a good reunion. Not one of those. See, I never went. My class had our 20-year. Wait, what I think about it. Wow. Our 30-year reunion will be in 2027. Wait. Yeah. Because 2007 we made our 10-year reunion. Wow, the time flies. I remember when my mom went to her 20-year reunion from high school. And I thought, oh my God, that's a million years from when you went to high school. But when I think about it now, I'm like, I'm only 42. And wait a minute, the class of 97? But that's how I was when I was, getting ready to graduate high school. I didn't even graduate with my class, but when it was coming toward those years when you even were thinking about it or getting ready to graduate 8th grade. So now they let you know what you're going to be the class of 1997 from high school, going to college. I remember when people said like they were the class of 92. I thought, oh my goodness, they're old. The class of 92. I'm coming out of I'm getting ready to go to 8th grade and come out. You coming out of high school? You're so old. But I also back then thought they were the coolest people because they could go to college or they supposedly had some freedom because they were out of high school. I didn't realize that was really when life started showing you it was much easier when you were a kid. When somebody bought your clothes and said stuff like, oh my goodness, those shoes don't fit anymore. When you thought water was free, you thought when you was running that water or everything else, it was free. Keeping those lights on, it was free. Unless you had my grandfather. He let you know everything cost money. The streets are wild. And at first I thought it was a calm, and it just started getting, I said, oh my goodness. But, it's always a calm before the storm. And so, and then most of it is things just coming to the light too. There's a lot of that going on. People are being called out, things are coming to the light. You know what they say, you cut off the head and the body will fall. So some things are just coming out because before they were protected by whatever, I guess the forces of protecting the bullshit. I don't know. But it's like real life. More things are going to be covered that are wrong than appreciating and acknowledge what is right. So as soon as you say something, somebody's going to tell you about all the wrong in it. You know what I mean? You start talking about, they do this. Don't trust them if you got brains. You know what I mean? They're going to give you all the wrongs on it. They're not going to give you the right. Hey, G5. But yeah. Ooh, the streets. But I said, the last couple of nights, though. I kid y'all night the other night, but maybe. Hey, Vixie. Hey, sis. I think it had to be Friday night. Was it Friday or Saturday? I did a lot of watching. I've definitely been watching and listening on my headphones, but I just wasn't in the comments. You know what I mean? I was in my mind. I just was like, I'm just gonna listen. So I'm gonna really use this one of my senses the best way possible, and that's hear everything, hear what everyone's saying, hear because now because remember right now we talking like subscribers, all of us, we all are not even in the kingdom right now, just as subscribers. You ever notice that sometimes when it's a bunch of people on the panel, that there are important things being said that no one's addressing? So it'll be down here like, no, because this happened. So we're listening to everybody repeat the same stuff we've heard 100 times. So you keep listening, but there's somebody in the background like, no, really, I didn't do that. I wasn't there, but nobody says anything, and then they just stop talking. You have to listen, but when you listen, you hear everything. Say, wait a minute, rewind that back. Wind that back. Did you just wait? You just said you gave it to. You just said it. You just said it. But it's so many people talking at once that you're trying to listen to whoever it is that you were trying to get the side from. So it's like, oh, Danny up there, I was trying to hear what she was saying. But in the background, there's a whole bunch of noise you better be listening to. You got to. Because there's a part you're going to catch and it's like, wait, what? And this ain't even on no messy. I remember when John Yates and Sherelle got into it, and right when he was still on his live after Perry and Sherelle came up off of his live and got into it, with Monica and everything, when the first time they went and got down with each other in like October. Was that 2020? And but when they were arguing, he said, you were saying something about up and Adam, blah, blah, blah. But nobody caught it because so much other fire was being thrown. Bam! Bigger bombs over Baghdad. They were being thrown. So you more paying attention. But when you sit and just listen. And see, I'm a real subscriber. So you learn these earbuds. Oh, it's a better listen. It's a better listen. You be like, oh, no, I heard that. Did you hear that in the background? Did you hear him? That's how even when I watched and Jolene was like, you hear somebody fart, I said, because when you had headphones, you hear everything. People burp, somebody snoring in the background in somebody's house, the cat walk past, they purring, you know what I mean? The dog is farting. You can hear it all. You can hear all these headphones on. Apple, you owe me. I'm pumping yours. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I was like, oh, there's some deepness going on here. There's some deepness. But what I'm liking to see is, like I said, hey, people come and say, hey, don't even worry about what you think I said. I'm right here. I'm here to say it. Here I go. I'm Sally, and I'm so glad I ate it because, like I said, at first, my stomach. I don't know about anybody else, but like definitely when I get off an airplane, my stomach is messed up. I mean, it's messed up to a point where you like constipated, like it's just messed up. It's off. And then when I'm stressed, you know how you ever been ready to eat something and get some bad news or hear something that gets you off, and then you're like, man, my whole appetite gone. So when I'm stressed and my appetite is just easily thrown, anything can throw it. And then it's like if I don't really just have a super bad taste for something, I'm really not. But then it's bad because when you have anything to do with your sugar, and so my blood sugar goes low for not eating, then it hits you. But then sometimes it's almost like, wait a minute, I guess I could fast because I done looked up and went, but I guess not because if you had a cup of coffee or something. But yeah, that catfish was delicious. It was delicious. I ain't told my brother how far it was. He got someday, but he didn't care for his that much. But I'm thank you. I hit the jackpot yesterday because it was delicious. It was definitely delicious. I gotta remember to say it some. We gotta get some. We gotta go to the same place. But yeah, how was everybody's day? You know, That's why I said, no matter what I did tonight, and even just thinking about being at nighttime coming on, I'm like, nah, I'll be some positive energy. We could just have a real convo with each other, catch up with each other. It's been a while. It's been a few days, really. I came live at the hospital, but more so when not the hospital, the doctor's office, but more so when I was in there, I was like kind of giving you all an update and then letting you all hear with me on a part of my eye journey, you know. That's it. To more so understand it because, like, honestly, everybody, before I got Keratosoma, I never heard of it. Never heard of it. Now it's funny that now that I have it, you say it and people know. Literally at this hotel I'm at, when I was up at the front desk with the guy who was at work yesterday when I got here, we were talking and I was saying about my eye, and I couldn't believe I walked out the car without my glasses on, my sunglasses on. And he was like, "Oh, what's wrong with your eye?" And I said, "Oh no, I had a cornea surgery." He said he did too, and I had mine on my right eye, and he had his on his left eye. And he started talking about just like the effects of it. But he was a young buck. He's a younger guy. He's in college. But his eye, he said how his, it took a while. But it's still things, like with the light sometimes that'll bother. But he had his glasses on and everything. I said, well, that's always a positive thing to see. It's somebody who's had the surgery, but his wasn't through keratosoma. His was, I believe he said, in an accident, and he damaged his cornea in the accident. So, but yeah, so never had heard of it. So having the conversation, you'll learn that more people have effects from it. I remember when I first had my surgery, and one day I came up, AT2 was talking about, I think it was Love After Lockup. I think that's what he's talking about. I can't remember. It was a show. But anyway, we were talking about it, and I had came up and I had a patch on. So I was saying, oh, I apologize, I had it. And when we got to talking, AT2 had it. And he spoke on. I said, wow, you never know till you start talking with people, what people are going through, what they've experienced, what they might even have in common with you, or something that can help you in a piece of your journey. It don't mean you have to go their way or do exactly, but it's a piece of that puzzle. Remember, it's this puzzle. Life is this puzzle. And I thought I had put it all together in my life. I put it together, and this is what it was, and this is how it looked, and this is where it went. And then I looked at the box and I said, wait a minute, this ain't even the same puzzle. I am missing so many pieces. So many pieces. And I had to start getting into me, and it's starting to make the puzzle look like I'm getting somewhere, but still got about a million more pieces, but I'm getting somewhere. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. And I mean, it's always gonna be those moments where you look up and it's like, I thought I changed from that. I thought I stopped doing that. I thought I was better than that. But I wish it was that easy that you just, stop. It's all the way over. I'm better. I don't do that anymore. I don't yearn for it. I don't think about it. I don't want to react like that. It doesn't bother me when I don't react like that. So that's why I make sure I make the little videos. That's why I make sure I make the little videos that I did, that I do, even right now, and even if sometimes I don't post them, because even as a process, you can even take them and put them together and show the process. If sometimes it just doesn't even make sense. So it feels like a diary. And I am one of those people who was always, when I think about being young for a minute, not even being here, just being young. And when I was young, every time you heard about somebody's diary, it was somebody who read it or was trying to read it or found it, or it was a parent who found it and read a child's diary and their thoughts and their, whatever it was you wrote in your diary. And so I was always scared to have a diary because people are too judgmental. And I knew that young. So I thought, I don't ever want a diary. So in my mind, I thought that's the best place to have a diary. But the problem is with that, it's a bunch of words that you can't sit and read that you have put now into your own head. Because sometimes a diary just gave people a place to vent. Didn't mean it was a place with all these secrets. It was just what they thought, how they felt, and now people call it journals. So in these videos, these are my journals, my diaries, whatever you want to call them. But that's what I think a diary always was to me. But people made it different. And sometimes you didn't want people to know what you thought. Because you might have thought too harsh. I might have been saying in one of my things, I just wish I was an only child. Because I might have felt that way. Because, you know what I mean? You never know. But that's what it's for, as a way to express yourself. So even when I make these videos, I just express myself. I'm not worried about, you know what I mean, the lighting, I'm worried that you can see me out, I hope that much, but I just thank you for being someplace that I could even express myself, because we always, when you go to express yourself, you're always trying to be so politically correct. You're trying to be so politically correct that you're not even saying what you really want to say. Because I'm dressing around and I'm tiptoeing and I'm tap dancing so many places that I'm no longer even saying what I was saying anymore. And so one day when somebody's saying, but remember you agreed, you da-da-da. Really, I didn't. It was just I didn't know how to say what I really felt. Like I just didn't know. I didn't know how to do it. Because I was too worried about whatever. Your feelings, what you was going to say about me, how you were going to judge me. And you all give me a safe place. And so I truly want to give it back. And one of the best ways that I'm giving it back is because I am really letting you into my world. And here's the thing. I wish it could be like in the beginning that it was really the secret society that you had. That when you had when you started your page, y'all were almost like in a club. Like y'all were the little rascals. You just had your own little clubhouse. But I know that the truth is then we would be blocking ourselves from all the other people that we need for this puzzle called our kingdom. Because it'll be made up of some, but we all, like I said, at the end of the night, we stopped at this, I don't want to say truck stop. We stopped at this, rest stop together. We end up here together. That's it. And that's it. So I want us all to win. I want us all to get better at something. I want us all to love ourselves a lot more when this is over. You know what I mean? And not even over. Because it can always go. And when you build something right, it lasts forever. It lasts forever. We'll be long gone. And it'll be something that'll still get views and people will watch and people will take part in and read what you said. You never know. So, but that's what I want to build here. And, that safety, that foundation. Now remember, stuff gonna come. Wars come, things come, disagreements come, sometimes fallouts come, just in human nature. Even with people that you might be thinking, we get along everywhere. Who knows? You never know what could happen. But, if our foundation is strong, it won't rock us and break us. And so we'll just build better, That's it. Oh, okay. That rocked us a little bit. We got to build up a little better. We got to make it a little stronger. We have to, that's all I want to do for all of us. And I know that's something that, here's the thing, it's a choice. You don't have to. We could just be chilling, but that's even something better too, because I can learn how to be somewhere and be thinking, I don't buy doing the right thing because I only want to be wrong. But I could sit there and still enjoy myself. That's it. That's it. Like I told y'all, I'm not trying to make nobody nothing because I got no heaven or hell to send you to. I got no jail to send you to. I have no reason to judge. I have no reason to down. I have none. None, because when I think of things I want to fight for and fight about, I think about when I'm done, it made something better. Not just I did it and we just got done and they still doing it. And everybody doing it too? No, not for me. Yeah, like I said, I really just came on here and was like, I want to stop in and stay on at least an hour and just see how you guys were doing. Tell you I've missed you. Like I said, Monday when I came on, I was so much doing an update, I couldn't really talk to you. So, and I even had to end it because I was doing that eye thing. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Now it's just going to be the back of the chair because I got my hand down trying to be still. And why is it at a doctor's office? Like when he told me, I don't care, even at the eye doctor, like he said, put your chin here and rest your forehead on the front part, right? So your hair's like this. And when he says it, why is it like you're like, I gotta stop breathing. Then put your head up, we're gonna put the eye drops in. I don't know, why do I keep doing that? I just noticed it the other day. I'm like, why do you do that? Every time he said something to do, it's almost like, but you don't have to do that. I don't know. But I think that's also when you think maybe this is just me, and I'm gonna be honest, because there's no reason not to. I went to a yoga class and they were doing breathing. And it made me realize how we don't even breathe right, some of us. And by some of us, I'm speaking me. And if anybody can relate, they'll know, especially if you go to like one of those classes, we don't even breathe right. Whether it's the stress, it's the whatever it is, but we even taught to breathe wrong. And how once you can change the breathing, it changes a lot of different things. The flow of all this stuff, I'm like, what the? But I did. I went to it. I'm like, I don't even breathe right. But I just thought about that when I was thinking about the whole thing at the eye doctor. Yeah. So I don't know if anyone's done yoga. Hey, Dana. Hey, sister. You know, I normally don't come on at night, late at night. So when I do, I always have to make a whole PSA. I have to make a whole PSA. But today I was just like, okay, you know what? Nobody's on right now. I was gonna do one, I think at like 8:30. I was thinking about doing it at 8:30. But then I was like, let me go ahead and eat. Let me go ahead and eat and get that out of the way so it's not getting later. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll say, I'm coming on here for 45 minutes. I'll tell myself that. And then I'll look up and I'll talk for 2 hours. So I'm like, just in case, let me make sure I've done that. So I went ahead and I ate. And then when I went to set my timer, I was trying to figure out how my computer didn't automatically go back to, the time zone that I'm in. Because it kept saying when I said I'm going to set it for 10:15, it was 9:15. That's I'm gonna set it for 10:15. And it was like, like it's 10:15 now, basically. I'm like, no, it's not. It's 9:15. But it was still on the Georgia time. So I don't know. I'm so not, and I'm getting better and better. Because even when I say it now, I think about it. I always say, oh, I'm just not techie. I'm not tech smart. I'm not, I'm not that computer literate. I'm not, I'm just not those type of things. But the only way to get that way is to do them. It's just to keep doing them. But some days it makes you want to take the whole computer and chuck it to the middle of nowhere land. Like I literally do. What was I watching the other day and somebody said they were a thrower? Yeah, I definitely used to be that. I could be on the phone, driving on the way. The conversation's so annoying, I'd throw the whole phone out the window. Yeah. Yeah. But now you think like, what sense does that make in any world? And to do it more than once. Gotta get yourself together. That's why I said, when you really take a look at you, it's hard to even be thinking about somebody else. If you really looking at you, it's hard because then you start remembering things like, that totally didn't even make no sense. I don't care what nobody was saying. Did I just chuck my phone? I did. And was I really just standing that same day in a phone store getting another one? Because now you done paid the cost to be annoyed, paid the cost to give somebody all my energy, paid the cost to destroy my stuff. Who won? And then later on, you go tell somebody like, man, if you wouldn't have been annoying me, I wouldn't have threw my phone out the window. You knew what you were saying, what made me so mad that I threw back. Because once again, no accountability. you can push me. I can't give people that much power that their decisions and their words can make me lose control. See, I've done it. Oh, and then thought justified in it. Now, here's what I tell you. I got a moral compass and I got boundaries. You cross those boundaries, I don't got to tell you what I'm going to do. We'll see what's going to happen. Because other than that, me allowing your words to give you the exact reaction you want, come on now. So you can go play victim. That's all you see over here on YouTube. Is somebody putting bait on a fishing pole, casting that motherfucker out, right? Getting back a fish because they went fishing. They gonna come back. They got something. Then telling us how they don't kill animals. I would never. How you think that fish? How you eat that fish? Eat that. That's what I mean. So they doing the stuff they say they don't want no parts of. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. And they judge a bunch of people for what they did. Worry about what you're doing. And if you don't do it, you don't do it. It's that simple. And you can speak on something. You can talk about whatever you want. We can talk about what goes on in here. You can't. Everybody can. It don't make me your side because I'm speaking this. It don't make me not this side. It don't make me. I had to start being true to myself. I had to. Because I would sit and regret all these things I didn't do, I didn't say, I didn't this, I didn't that, and I was the one hurting. I was the one hurting. I was the one messed up. I was the one reacting. I was the one every time somebody, is that my baby going live? Oh, there go my nightcap. Perfect timing, sis. But I lost track of what I was saying. I just got a notification Terry Lynn was getting ready to go live. But yeah, dang, I forgot what I was about to say. I can't stand when I lose my train of thought like that. But I told y'all that ADD, I go to do something else and get in that and think, oh, how did I not get a notification? You know how you're supposed to get the 30-minute notification? I didn't. She must have just posted it. And watch, I'm going to go and I'll see that she done messaged me. Everything. I see it slide. See, that's what I told you. I would look down at her, have a message. It's live. But yeah, but I had to stop letting me suffer. And it's still some things because, like I said, they say you form a habit in 9 days. So it's still some things that I feel I did for so long that it's hard to break them. But I'm still trying. And I know that this is for anybody. You know how you know you're ready to stop doing something? When every time you do it, it bothers you more that you did it. No matter what it was, like, damn, I should have just walked it out. I should have just put my earphones in my ear. Honestly, I've beaten yourself. That's my no. I got to stop that. Because even from the inside out, I don't want to do it anymore. And that don't make me no better. But I can tell people, if you think me uplifting me or me being a better person makes me think I'm better than you, then you should just start loving you more or doing better with yourself because one has nothing to do with the other. Me going up don't put you down unless me being down keeps you up. That's the only way me going up puts you down. That's what people got to understand. If so, when somebody telling you that, like, oh, so what you think you better than everybody? Say, damn, because I want better. For me, not even saying this better is going to be better for you. I'm just saying this better is going to make me better. It's going to make me do better. It's going to make me act better. It's going to make me love better. It's going to make... And you think I think I'm better than you? Then that only tells me when I'm down, you think you're better than me. So it's just like if somebody is a little YouTuber and you think you're better than them because you count the numbers, then one day you're realizing that they had something. So then maybe that's when you'll be thinking that they think they better than you because they was big. But I don't think like that. I don't think like that. I don't think I'm better than anybody, just like I don't think somebody's better than me. I think they living in their best. If anything, like, oh, they must really be living in their purpose, their reason, because they got some kind of happiness. Real one, not that fake shit that we think is happy because they got this nice stuff. That's why everybody want to have nice things when they posting something, because in somebody's eyes that says happy. That made y'all happy. That made the people they trying to impress happy. They're not happy because when you happy, you don't give a fuck what nobody else think about it, as long as you good with it, as long as you have peace in it. I'm not sitting around making my decision saying, oh my goodness, if everybody don't agree that I should do this, I won't do it. But we've lived life like that. Like, oh, everybody did say I shouldn't be a comedian because comedians don't make no money in the beginning. And then one day they might come out like T.I. to me. You probably always wanted to be a comedian. You probably always was the funny guy with the family or whatever. Then one day, people like, you ain't going nowhere with that. You know how many broke comedians it is? You know how long, now here's some facts. You know how long it took people to finally see Bernie Mac? You know how many days he was doing stand-up and doing comedy and opening for people and you didn't know who the hell he was? You didn't have a clue. You know how many of these comedians been out here forever and you might know them because they finally got up in a movie. But you can't even really give them the respect they deserve because they've been out here grinding it. So, like I said, but it was always somebody telling you couldn't. But there was always something fighting in you because you weren't living in your dream. Even this part of this is part of my dream. Is being able to just be me. Just literally just be me and be okay with it. And not get, politically correct for nobody. Because I'd already be coming in a super neutral, super positive, super standoffish way. Please, I used to have people tell me, oh, well, Danny, you're so tall, people are already going to be intimidated. Oh, Danny, you're a little aggressive, so people going to be intimidated. Well, shit, I don't even got to do nothing, and we already got an idea who I am. So I'm going to live in those things that I am, the parts of me that are just like that. No, I'm tired of giving people that kind of power over my life. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of living in the pain that people done, and the people that did the pain are living in paradise. Or at least to you, they're living in paradise because they don't seem to be as bothered as you are by what they did. You know what? I got to work on me. So that's all I'm trying to do. But yeah, I'm telling you. I'm so glad to have a nightcap on. Y'all know I love to go to sleep to something. Like I said, I also like to have something on that I know exactly what's on in case I wake up in the middle of the night. You ever put a movie on or watched a movie on YouTube or on a cable channel and you fell asleep and you was watching the Brady Bunch movie? So you was laughing, whatever. And I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm watching American Gangster. I said, wait a minute, hold on. Why is somebody getting killed? Wait, what's going on? They shooting? They shooting on the Brady Bunch? So now my mind and I was wondering why when I was getting ready to wake up, before I even knew what was on, I was having dreams. We was in a ward doing a drive-by, picking somebody up from jail. What was going on? It was what I was hearing. So I try to keep something where even if they discussing something serious or we go to something and say, it's not a bunch of screaming and yakking, because then I'm wake up, man, fuck you, baby. No, wait, hold up. Hold up, Bonnie. I can't find no sleep in that. You think I go to sleep? You think even if I went to sleep, I'd stay asleep if I heard all that? Mother beep, beep. And the people that keep, and the people say, oh, gee, this is good. Because normally I'm going to put a comedy on, and it's going to be the same comedy. And I'm going to make sure nothing going to come on after it because I'm not going to wake up to whatever the other stuff is. I can watch it during the day, But when I go to sleep, let's get calm. My brain wonders enough. It thinks too much. Oh, it overthinks too many things already. You put all this extra. Oh, I'm gonna be a basket case. I'm telling you, I ain't even saying that about nobody else. I'm talking about me. I know what's gonna happen. But yeah, so like I said, uh, I still got a couple from last night. I said, wait a minute, I got catching up to do. Cause last night, man, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. And I swear, y'all, I'm telling y'all, sometimes when you watching some lives, the comments is literally just everything that's going on. You want to recap, you want the information nobody talking about, unless it's, you already know the one they're gonna bring it up. Even if they knew it already, they're gonna put it on you. Sure you're right. Sure you're right, Susan. Then they're gonna flash her comment across the screen. Because they really wanted to say it. They want to be the first one to say it. But they gonna put it on you. And they gonna see how the reaction comes. Now, if the reaction from the crowd get good, because all those people who didn't notice, if they start going, oh yeah, laughter, 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 ha ha he, then they'll feed into it. And remember, some people on here, it's a show. I don't care what section they're in. For some, it's a show. And that's fine, because it's your channel. Make it whatever your show want to be. Make it whatever your show want to be. But yeah, then I got this new edition music playing in my ears. That got me in a happy place too. But yeah. Oh, so let me see if I did me and I hope this time is actually going faster than that. Yeah. No, I definitely said I was coming on here for an hour. That's what I want to do. Come on here and kick the bobo. Like I said, I want to more talk about, but I want to go in phases. So in this phase, it's the back to Chicago in a new place, meaning before I even left Chicago, I was in a whole different situation. I was in a house. I was, you know what I mean? And I had been in that house for 6 years. You know what I mean? So even with that, it's different to come back here and be, just a whole different, not in the worst situation of my life. I'm not, you know what I mean? Because the truth of the matter is, if I just wanted to let go of Nino, I'd be in a place, I'd have been in a place. I would have left from my place and been in a place. But I'm not letting him go. See, that wasn't the negotiation. It wasn't a case of, so as one of my options, let him go. So that's what it is. And finding not only just putting us in a place because they accept him, but making sure that we're still in a place that I can still get around. Because at the end of the night, even when you see my eyes open and everything else, it's the vision, the exactness of the vision, when my eye doesn't focus completely, so things are off. So it's even like when I showed you my when I was doing an eye exam on my video at the eye doctor. Sometimes, because my vision is catching it, things look like one object, or kind of like your rear view mirror says, some things seem closer or far away, and they're not. So it seems farther away, but it's closer. And sometimes, so with things like that, I just can't be somewhere where I don't even know where I'm at or how to get around and move around. And so it's just making sure that everything is, conducive to that. That's it. That's it. And then I've always been a person that when I buy a car, when I move into a place, when I'm somewhere, I have to feel the energy in that place. Because if I go in there, it could be beautiful. If I'm literally standing there thinking, I can't even see myself here. I can't see my family in here. I can't see me cooking in here. I can't see me walking through here. I can't see me screwing it. I can't see me doing anything in here. Then I know it's no place for me. Because in my whole life, whenever something was for me, when I walked in it, I could see me there. I could see I went to several daycares before I put my children in daycare. And I walked into this home daycare. And when I walked into her home, I kid you not. First of all, when I pulled up, she had a Jaguar. But I said, that's a materialistic thing. And it wasn't. It's just one of my favorite cars since I was a kid. I love that car. And so she had one. And I was like, oh my goodness, good sign. And then when I went in her home, I could see myself. I was sitting there talking to her and her husband on the couch. You know what I mean? Because he worked for the business, like she owned the daycare, but he worked in a separate part. So he had like the janitorial part, he worked as the business with her. So it was a business, you know what I mean? So when I sat down and was talking to both of them, I kid you not, I was seeing myself like coming to drop the kids off. When she was taking me on a tour and showing me like this way sling, I could see my son, my oldest son at the time, he was like 3. Yeah, he was 3 because my youngest was 1. So he may have been about 4, going on 4. And but I could see him laying on one of the cots taking a nap. I could just see it. And I knew then that it was a place my kids were gonna be, because how could I see them somewhere they never been? Every time I got a car, I could see myself driving my kids around, going here, enjoying it, riding with the windows down the E-way on a beautiful day, and this weather felt so good that you just don't want to go inside. I could see it. So that's how I feel about things. Like, oh no, I just can't go. No. Because it's gonna completely throw me. It's gonna throw me off. It's gonna, so that might not make sense to somebody, and it may make a lot to somebody, but that's how I do things, especially when it comes to stuff like that, where I'm staying, what I'm driving, and I'm talking about staying like it's my home. And sometimes things will happen like I'll come into a place, and for the first couple of days, I can't even like, if I feel like, oh, I can't cook here, I can't do this here, I can't. Sometimes it's just because it's so new that I'm just not used to it. It's not, because I was so used to wherever I was before, whatever. So sometimes it throws me like that. But if I'm going to view a apartment or something, I can walk in and know. I can be walking up to the door and know, like, I'll never turn these keys. And it won't have anything to do with how it looks. It's what my energy feels. Yeah. Yeah. That's truly how it is for me. But yeah, I'm telling you, I love this color back here on this wall, and I love that in little parts you could almost see a little print like of, I don't know if there's some flowers on. I like that color though. I really do. And then I like to have bounced off my behind a little bit. I don't know, in person more the color on the bottle looks more like that, but they look similar. But yeah, honestly, like everybody is going live tonight right now. Or maybe I'm just subscribed to so many people that my notifications are always going on. That's why I couldn't have them on ding. People might think you have actually be having so much ding. Like, dang, she on Craigslist or something? She on Backpage? Why is her doggone phone dinging like that? Like, no. My buddy used to do a party line. No, not a party line. What is it like that? Facebook Messenger or whatever. His phone would be dinging like crazy. Ding, 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 ding. Tell them be careful, most of them scammers. I'm telling y'all, I have probably in my messenger, I probably have thousands of unopened things, because just in looking at the tip of them, you're like, oh, I want to marry you. I love you so much. Like, you love me? Do you even know if this is my real name? I mean, it is, but do you know? Do you know, like, what's my favorite color? What's one of my pet peeves? It's people throwing around they love me. So I already know they don't know who I am. But no, it's weird. Like I said, when I first got on Facebook, nobody had warned me of how much P-bombing you get when you open messages. So it felt like every time I opened a message, it was some man's private. And I was like, oh, first of all, I don't even believe it's yours. But anyway, who does this? Like, to me, you shouldn't be sending that to anybody unless they ask for it. So if I'm not asking for it, I'm not sending. Just like I'm not going to be as a woman like, oh, I think he's so attractive. Let me send him a picture of my boobs so that I can get his attention. I might as well just ask, you want to fuck? I mean, I don't know. but and they'd be in a whole nother country. Or I don't care if they were down the street from my house. Please don't send me no stuff like that. Unless I'm asking for it. Unless I was literally in a conversation like, well, you was talking about it, and I said, let me see. You know what I mean? But no, I don't. And I just don't want pictures. I mean, that's not what's gonna get me on. But that's just me, y'all. That's just me. I don't want to sound judgmental. But that's why I don't really open things on Messenger. So like on Messenger, if I knew you were sending me a message, or if I go in and it's somebody like I really mess with, or then I open up your message or I go into it. And then sometimes I'm mad when I go on Messenger and like such and such sent me a message and I missed it. Because I think, see, because I've been turned the notification thing off of that. My messenger will go off between that and people calling you on Messenger, like we have that kind of relationship. And then, especially if they call from another country and we on two different time zones, you're calling me, it's 2 in the morning. And I'm trying to explain to myself what would make you think we talking to each other at 2 in the morning. What would make you think that's okay? Did I put something out that said that might be okay? Yeah, so that's why Messenger me. I had somebody call on Messenger one day, and I was on the phone, and the number came up on my phone. So I was on the phone already. So when it came on my screen, it came up, and let's just say it said Michael. Which Michael on my phone is? Because it's one of them common names. I'm thinking, why didn't it come up like I would have had their names in my phone? Or did I have, which Michael is it? Because Michael is one of the names. I probably got a Michael, different kind of Mikes, or M, MJ, MDB, but it's all Michaels. And so I answered the phone, and then when he first started talking, I knew I don't know who this person is. You know what I mean? I can tell by his accent. I don't have a clue. So he starts telling me how, he's going through all this, and you just don't know, the stress, and he lost his job, and with this pandemic, because it was in when the pandemic was not sizzling down because it's still going on, but it was it wasn't as hype, not as hype, but as scared as we were a couple of months earlier. But we were still real, because we still real on edge. You know what I mean? But and that's one of the reasons why we got some of this drama we got going on, because of all the things that we went through mentally because of it. But he's telling me about how, everything's so hard. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's just talking about for everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm just listening. And then how his wife, his wife is sick and he needs to get the medicine. Oh, that's so terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm still trying to be an ear. Now, I don't know who this person is, but I'm like, I don't know this Michael. And that wasn't his real name, but I don't know this Michael. You know what I mean? And he's just talking. And then he says, so can you help? I was like, can I help? I was like, wait, help do what? And he said, help with my situation. Anything could help. It could be small, whatever. Anything could help. Every little bit counts. I was like, wait, counts to what? I said, just like you said, you going through something. My story is not yours, but we all going through right now. You know how many people don't have a job right now? And I literally said this to him. You know how many people aren't paying their rent? And living off the fact that, because this wasn't even when did we have it where you couldn't evict? I think it was already starting, because remember, that didn't come to a point. So it was really that people were just stacking up, and because the courts weren't open, people weren't getting evicted. You know what I'm saying? So it was all these different phases of what was going on. I said, but wait, you talking to me like you're the only person going through. And then he said to me, you telling me you're American and you're animal? I said, now, first of all, bro, that's like me saying to somebody because they weren't that they was broke. Where do you live that you believe that? You believe all Americans got money, and I believe all foreign people outside of America are broke? No, this is just unrealistic thinking. Like I said, we were taught to breathe from. But I've had some characters on Messenger. I told y'all I used to go live on Facebook, me and my sis, and just be talking, two of us talking like a phone call. So it'd be normally how we would talk on the phone, but we was doing it on Facebook. And it would be busting. It'd be a bunch of people up in there. But anyway, so you had people who would, hit you on message. I'm a cool person, so as long as you ain't on the bull, I could be cool with you. You know what I mean? But when you're on the bull, I'm pushing away from that so quick, especially when we had nothing from the beginning. But it was, I remember this one person would literally message me and be like, "Can you not say hi to everybody who say hello?" I said, "Wait a minute." That's what saying hello gets you. A hello back. Didn't we say, don't you hate it when you walk past somebody and say, "Hey, how you doing? Hello." Hey, they never even speak back. You're like, I know they heard me. They could have nodded their head. They could have just waved their finger if they wanted to. Dang. It's supposed to get you a hello. Hello should get a hello at least. Dang, I don't want to be like hello and somebody like, fuck you. That's not what I should get for saying hello. So yeah. But no. Oh guys. The good thing is I can't even lie. When I did go to sleep, I slept so good. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. But I had to come on and not let another day go by and not say anything. Tomorrow I'll probably come earlier because, like I said, I was doing good on coming every day and just chit chatting with my people and having a good time with them no matter what. So I'm gonna come back because it gives me something, positive in my day. Nino just shook to say, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Y'all know you hate it. Now you already you know it's not a video. You know it's not the wrap up time, the middle, or the beginning. If Nino don't jump in some kind of way, he don't even have to show his face and he'll jump in. He'll let his shadow be on what anything. It's just neat. It's just who he is. It's who he is. That's why y'all love him. Because he just giving you 100% of Nino. I mean, minus the gas, please. I don't want to put that on anybody. Because I don't know if they could take it. But that's my honey bunny. But yeah, so guys, like I said, I'll probably tomorrow, but I'll definitely set the timer because I'm trying to do better on doing a scheduled live. So I probably set it earlier tomorrow in the day. But today I just said, you know what, don't let the day end. You know how when something is telling you like there's no time like now. Instead of pushing it off till tomorrow, instead of saying, well, because I said that the other day. Like Monday after I went live at the doctor's office, I was like, I'm gonna go back live. Then my eye was bothering me. Then when my eye stopped bothering me, I was in a whole different mindset because going through my situation, and then not that my situation could be so much worse. Like you have to grab what's good out of something. But just going through my situation, then my eye affected me again. I just started thinking to myself like, oh, like sometimes it's just too much because I can't give a complete 100. And then it hit me like I can still give 100% in what I can give. So what you're getting is not that I can have 100% of vision. I'm 100% in finances because I don't have a job. I'm 100% in all those. I'm just giving 100% of what I can. Like even when I tell my kids, you got to understand something. I'm not even gonna make the excuse we was growing up together because I had you young. What I'm gonna tell you is I could only give you what I had. Right now, I can only give you what I have. And if I'm giving 100, and that means even if I'm fighting to do better than what I am, then that is the best you can give. And so that's what I'm doing. So it's a journey, y'all. It's a journey for all of us. For all of us. And even when I hear you all's story, you know what I mean? I always know, like, I'll listen to that. It just gives me hope. It gives me this. So you never know. So like I said, I'm glad that we all ended up at this spot together. I really am. I really am. And as for anybody else to come, and man, excuse me, what are we doing? Did I tell you? Y'all know it. You already know it's me. That's normality though for me. Because it wouldn't be a video. I wouldn't be going live if the biggest hater I knew wasn't right in the building. But yeah, he's probably saying, we need to go out. So there's a whole different out schedule for him than usual. But he's doing good. He's doing real good. He's doing real good. So He could be worse. It could be, because they have anxieties too. They never know what's going on. And to me, for some reason, all dogs seem to have this thing in them that make them think they're going on a long ride every time you put them in the car, or things are changing or you moving. I'm like, you have never been abandoned in your life. How could you have the fear of losing? But then I think also they go off of your nerves and they feel your energy, you know. So yeah, but like I said, we're good. We're good. Thank you everybody for all the prayers, the love, the GVOs, the support, the nice compliments, the messages to text. Thank you. Texting me on Messenger or whatever. Not Messenger. Look at me. I got Messenger on my IG and just saying, how are you doing? I'm praying for you to love. Thank you. Much respected. Much respected. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I really do. So you I hope I make you feel the same, but it really let me know that I am enough. You are enough. Like I am enough. I am enough, and the things that you need to fix and make better, once you know you're enough, you will do them. You'll do them. It's like, like I said, it's like cleaning up. You clean up this one spot, and the next one that you never noticed now look dirtier than ever because you clean that. You just got to keep going. So that's what I'm doing myself. That's it. That's it. Just so I can enjoy, so I can live and enjoy like we're alive. But are we living? Are we enjoying it? Or are we in tunnel vision? Are we living in pain and regret and hurt? Yeah. Like I said, I really want to laugh. That kind of laughter that brings joy, that make you say. I tell you that all the time. The laugh that make you say, I haven't laughed like that in a long time, but it felt good. Give me some more of that. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Now I wanna spread so much love, but be filled back up with so much love that just keeps overflowing. You just gotta give it out. I got so much I gotta give it out. I want to feel that way about it. I want to bring that joy back. But the difference is you don't have that innocence of a child where you think it's perfect, because it's not. It's never this. You understand, but you still found the joy in all of it. That's it. I found the joy in all of it. And that's what I want to do. And that's all I'm trying to do. But like I said, I'm about to bump on over here, guys. I was going to come on for now. I'm going to bump on over here. Listen to it. Wait, before I go there, I'm going to sneak by everybody else's little lives, do some watching. But before I go down, I'm going to definitely go to Terry Lynn's. I'll probably stop over there and say, hey, hi. And multiple devices, and then turn on hers only when it's time to go to sleep. I'm going to pass out. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, you did it. See, I'm telling you, when those time zones are different, you'll catch somebody. And I had to learn. I had a client, and they were from Nigeria. And I remember I would come to that house on this one day during the week. It was in the evening, and I worked from 5 to 9. And at 9, around 9, the father would call because he was still back there with the other children in Nigeria, and the mother, and he would talk, but it would be, what she said was morning for them. But whatever time it was, he was getting up to go to work. He was getting them to do something. And I was like, oh, there we go. These time zones, you got to know. You got to know. Because you'll literally be talking to somebody, and then the next day, and you talking about what you doing Friday, and they saying, baby, it's I'm creeping in the Saturday. It has G5. It's been busy, but it's been more than anything. It's been like mentally busy. Is when they say a familiar place, it doesn't always mean it's good. Sometimes something feels like a familiar place that was wrong, that hurt, that you really might not have got over, that you barely made it through, and then so it starts to have your mind racing all these places, to all these what else. And then, like anything else, life is always throwing something. Always. So it's throwing these little other things at you while things are going on. And they're to distract. So sometimes I have to shut things down so that I can really just pay attention to what I need to. Because if I don't, I'm going to, in my eyes, mess up. And when I say mess up, I'm always going to mess up something that I wasn't even intentionally trying to. But so, for example, I'll be so busy doing other stuff to dodge what's going on in my mind that what'll happen is I end up going somewhere and being like, oh, I know I could have did better, and this place isn't convenient. So then I messed up because now it's going to cost me. You know what I mean? Now I'm in the same situation. I can't get back and forth to where we need to go. I can't get to my doctor. So that's what I mean by I have to stop sometimes and really think about what I have to do and what am I doing? What is it? Like, not only is it I'm trying to find a place, what kind of place am I trying? No, I'm not trying to find my forever place. So what am I trying to find? I'm trying to find a place that one is mine, that there's not a sneak for Nino, there's not an inconvenience of Nino, there's not a fear for Nino, and that is close enough for me to get back and forth to what I need to do, to public transportation, you know what I mean? That's also close to like stores. So if I need to go to the store, I could just walk if I needed to. You know what I mean? I don't have to make it a whole bus trip to go get me a couple of little groceries. I can just walk to the store. You know what I mean? Even if the weather's bad, I can just walk to a store. I want it to also be a place that is dog friendly, that there are other people with dogs. So when you go on your walks, you see all people doing this kind of same thing around the same time because it's dog friendly. You know dog friendly place because you look around and it seems like everybody got a dog, and everybody doesn't. It's just there are lots of dogs in the area. You know what I mean? But so those are things I want. But more than anything, I know when I get in the house, I'll spend more time in the house than outside. So I have to be in a comfortable place. So that's it. That's it. And I don't sit and think about like, oh, if you're living here, that must mean you're beneath. And if you're living here, that means you're above. Like I said, I don't think like that. I don't. I think that I need to be where I need to be because there's a reason I need to be there. And so that's where I'm going to be. And even where I'm living, that's where I'm going to be. So that's it. Yeah. Like I said, of course, if somebody's going to make jokes, who wouldn't make jokes? Oh, you 42 and right now you're staying in a hotel. Oh, this going on. But that don't make somebody bad. Somebody becoming, whether it was because you lost your job and you got there, no matter what, that wouldn't make somebody bad, or it wouldn't be something funny to talk about. I mean, but I guess if once again, remember, if when I'm down, that makes you better than me, you get what I'm saying? Then I guess it would be a joke. I guess, you know what I'm saying? I just stopped, I guess, laughing at that stupid shit because that wouldn't make sense to me. Because it didn't. Because I know people who made what you have say have better material things than I have, but they couldn't have the moral compass or the they couldn't have that, and they wouldn't have the love I have in life, the loves I have in life that money can't buy. They couldn't get that. They couldn't get that. See that mean dog snoring in the background? Somebody heard that in their earphone. Somebody heard it. Bubba getting some good snoring on. Didn't I just tell you a minute ago he's getting my attention? Now he's snoring. He's so full of it. He's just so full of it, guys, and you know it. But it gives me laughter. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I love you guys. Thank you for coming over here and hanging out with me, listening to me, blah blah blah, and the blue blue blee. And like I said, tomorrow I don't know. We usually do good around 2, 3, around at lunchtime with each other. So probably that or in the morning. I don't know. So whatever time, I'm just gonna set the thing up. It might be in the morning after I go down and get a coffee from the front. Maybe it'll be. And they said they would have breakfast. It was coffee. Don't don't tempt me with tease me with a good time and then change up on me. I was so excited. I was hoping at least a muffin would have been out there or something. Choppity cheapies. They know I am. And like right now, guys, you already know. Hold on, I'm gonna get it before I go. I gotta show you this. Gotta show you this. I'm gonna do it short probably on it, but I still gotta show you. And of course, guys, I'm not gonna eat all of this at one time. But so there's a Dollar Tree across the street. There's a couple of stores across the street. But with Dollar Tree, I love going in and get like your candies and stuff because candy is so expensive. A candy bar be over $1 sometimes. So I got me some Reese Pieces. I wanted some peanut butter so bad. Y'all know I love peanut butter. And I told you I don't even eat on candy like this, but once again, when there's so much going on, sometimes just to decompress, sometimes you have to find your own happy zones and go into them. Now, don't abuse yourself. I can't sit and eat all this stuff at one time, y'all, because I'm gonna be sick as a dog. Sick as a dog. And I'm not the kind of sick that I have me sitting in the hospital telling y'all why I was a fool to sit there and eat it all. But be able to treat myself, you know, somebody like a treat was a Reese Piece. A treat was a roll on. For me, it was. It was something that I enjoy and I could control when I had it. And so when I could say to myself, man, nothing going good, I'm lying. I just had one of these. You know, so got some little snacks. But that's more fun like when I watch TV. But I'm probably going to definitely eat a Reese cup before I go to bed. Definitely. Definitely going to take one of them because I want some peanut butter bad. I love peanut butter. So, yeah, but like I said, tomorrow I'm going to go by a store. I was supposed to go see this apartment tomorrow, but I'm taking it that somebody else was, because they were doing other views than me. I wasn't the only person coming to see it, I'm sure. But I had an appointment for tomorrow with them, but I guess somebody who came to see it today got it. So, but that means that wasn't meant for me. That wasn't, you know. So you just keep on moving. You keep on moving, you know. But sometimes, because even in your own self, there's parts of you that's like, oh, nothing's gonna go right. But things are going right because I'm still standing. I'm still here. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, right now, think about it, guys. When we were coming into town, I told you where I was going to stay got changed. And then I was at my son's house and I was worried about that because there was no dog supposed to be there at all. So to be in a place where, hey, I'm here, they know he's here. He's here with me. We cool. Like I said, I got enough room. I have his kennel in here. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I got Wi-Fi so I can come on and talk to you guys. So even if I felt alone in the middle of the night, I could turn it on and talk to you guys. Or just make a video with my phone that I can upload you all to tell you how I'm feeling or what's going on. So I'm blessed. So I have an outlet. I have a support team. So and I have a village, you know, like my mom, my sisters, my brothers, those are my village. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, but I'm gonna get out of here, guys, because when so much is going on, also, you like, I just want to sit and talk about everything, and it's not that I won't, it's just that it have to be in pieces. Because sometimes you go into certain pieces and you're like, okay, now that's all I'm thinking about for right now at this moment. I'm taking it step by step, and at this step, I'm happy right this minute. So that's where I'm gonna stay. That is where I'm gonna stay. And like I said, I'm gonna do a live tomorrow with you guys. And if anything, don't not even sad. If anything, sometimes I'm just a little. I was beating up on myself 2 days ago. Tuesday, I probably was beating up on myself. No, today's Wednesday, so that would have been Monday night. I told you all I got just to a point I was beating up on myself a little bit, but I had to come out and say, think about what's good. Think about what's good. Think about how your steps are being ordered into a good place. Oh, yeah, you already know. But all right, guys, good night. Love you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow because, you know, I'm that auntie that won't hang up. I'll just keep talking to you over and over and over. Just keep telling you everything else. But like I said, love you guys. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. And make sure you do something that makes you happy tonight. Every night before you go to bed. Just do that. All right, guys. Love you. Good night.